Hi, I'm Todd Henderson. Today we're going to be installing the Gator SR1 soft roll-up tonneau cover on this Toyota Tacoma. Now this is the same installation from 2005 all the way through 2014, whether it's a 5-foot bed or 6-foot bed. So let's go ahead and get started. Once we've installed our bulkhead seal on top of our front deck rail system, we're going to go ahead and remove our forward tie-down cleats to be reinstalled later. Now our clamps are going to assemble like this, but what we're going to do is we're going to install the bottom side of the clamp into our deck rail track. What we're going to do to do that is slide out the end cap from the deck rail. We've got the clamp taken apart, and 3 clamps per side we're just going to slide right into the deck rails. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the tarp up on top of the bulkhead with the aluminum head rail showing this way. We want to make sure that aluminum head rail is centered on the bulkhead. And we're going to take our first our passenger side rail, set it on top of the bed cap, and the plastic end cap is going to slide into the bulkhead head rail piece. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Now what we're going to do is make sure the cover is slid all the way up to the front, and then we're going to go ahead and set our other clamp halves in place. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Now if you look at the clamp, the bottom portion, you're going to have 3 notches that are extruded out of that. On the front clamp, we're going to use the innermost notch and make sure that the end of the clamp marries into the grooves that are cut into the rail. We're going to put this in and set this hand tight for right now. The center clamp, we're going to use the middle groove. And for the rear clamp, we're going to put it in the outermost groove. And again, put this in hand tight. And we'll repeat the same steps on the other side as well. Now before we tighten down our clamps, we want to make sure we roll down the cover so we can make sure that the bows are not hitting the clamps as it rolls down. Once we've done that, we can roll it back up and tighten down the clamps. Now it's time to go ahead and tighten down the clamps. It's going to take a 1/2-inch wrench or ratchet. We want to make sure everything is seated properly into the clamp half and into the grooves on the rail, and we'll tighten it down. We're going to do that on the first 2 clamps at the front, move to the center clamps and do that. And before we tighten down the rearmost clamp, we're going to roll the cover all the way back to the tailgate portion and make sure we have an 1/8-inch gap between the edge of the cover and the edge of the rail. And make sure we have that on both sides. As long as we do, we can go ahead and tighten down that clamp. Once we have both of these clamps tightened down at the tailgate area, we can then go and replace our end caps in the deck rail system. Now, once we've tested the operation of the cover and made sure everything seals well at the tailgate and the bulkhead, we're going to go ahead and reinstall the deck rail tie-down cleats, and that will conclude the installation of the cover. If you have any questions, call the experts. We're here to help you out.